Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line, your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this practice will help for us to develop our conventional life. And at the same time, out of that conventional development, how our spiritual success happens. So practicing every day some kind of spiritual things is very important. Even though we experience life as physical, fundamentally, the life itself is spiritual. So, end of the day, we have to drop this all the physical material things, and we have to close our eyes and find the peace and happiness, satisfaction, containment within ourselves. So if you can't find that, then life itself going to become a struggle. So then you have to be very aware. You have to remember yourself that how you can gain this. So you can do many things in day-to-day life looking for success and happiness and satisfaction. But most of time we have to see, is it profitable for us or not? So if you look in this very moment, you sit here and you're listening. And at the same time, there are some people in this very moment, maybe in a factory, work so hard, try kind of like building weapons, nuclear weapons, missiles, And there are some people maybe in this very moment, somewhere, some people planning to kill somebody. There are some people in this very moment trying to manipulate some kind of system and gain something, cheating people. So there are a lot of people in the same world interfering with their bodily, verbally, mentally actions and try to do harm to others. And at the same time, at the same world, you are sitting here and you're trying to find the tranquility state within you. So that itself is a kind of like a greater contribution from yourself to this human existence. Look at the world, and people talking about the aliens, that other planets, so kind of like that things. But still, as human beings, we are so failed to bring the connection, or bring the happiness and the kind of like a safety to each other, ourselves. So we are so divided with many reasons and many ways. But we have to understand what going to be the end. So you yourself and for others, out of your own actions in this very moment, what will come in the future. So to know that, at the same time, you have to look into yourself and you have to have the ability to look back. It's kind of like learn to see the shadow. So learn to follow the shadow. Learn to read the shadow. Be aware about the shadow. So what is the shadow that you yourself experience in this very moment? So that means you have to have ability to look back to yourself and see, like if you look like 90 days to 100 days backward, how you behave, this is the result that you gain today. Just imagine 90 days to 100 days, whatever you keep eating, and this is what the result. And whatever the you keep used to practice, and today you gain the result. So what you have today, and sometimes when suddenly things happen to us, maybe we get sick today, and then suddenly regarding that sickness we experience in the moment, we get disappointed. But that sickness mostly start 90 days to 100 days backward within your system. But you didn't see that. But today is the result. It's kind of like reading the headlines. So when you take the newspaper today and you read the headline, so when you read the headline, that news, that the very day that you read about something, whatever happened already somewhere. So whatever the headlines, not in that very moment it happened. So then whatever you experience in your life, it's kind of like your headline. So it is not what is happening in the moment. It already happened somewhere, but this is the moment you experience it. This is a kind of like a mental science that you have to understand yourself. Just imagine yourself, whatever in your head in this very moment, what you have, all whatever happened in the past. So then if you feel sad, disappointed, worry, unhappy, so that means it is nothing to do with this moment. Don't try to struggle with it. That is something that already happened somewhere. So then if you have the ability to see your past, then you will see what happened. And even the satisfaction, joy, the pleasure, happiness, comfort, security, that whatever you experience in the moment, It is not in this very moment that you have it. It already used to be within yourself in the past. Even that whatever conversation that you go with other people, and maybe if it is a difficult one, argument, so that argument always remember, it is not in this very moment of, it already was there, but this is the moment maybe you experience it. And maybe somebody becoming very mean to you. And it is not this very moment of that. It already was there. And you didn't see it. But this is the moment it activated. This is the moment you experience it. This is the moment it came out. Otherwise, suddenly, itself in this very present moment, that whatever arises, it is very rare that we can experience it. Just imagine if you see somebody for the first time, sometimes you can't get mad about that person. No reason to get mad. You can't get disappointed about that person. Even though that person do something that which you don't like, but still, you mostly get mad, sad, disappointed, worry, unhappy, thinking about something related to the past. That present moment ignite that, but still we need that past. Most of time. So then always remember, learn to read the headlines and what you experience in the moment. What is the most highest level of that situation within your inside life, in your deeper level. And then recognize it mostly start in the past and learn to look back and recognize. And at the same time, once you know that, what is the important thing? Then you can bring that ability and how you can apply it to today. Because you have to remember then that whatever you keep doing today, one day it's going to become a headline for your life. So then, you know, you are the one who's going to get benefit. It's kind of like a boomerang. It's going to come back, but it's going to go certain journey around something. So it needs some kind of timeline to come back as result. So then that whatever that you keep doing today, so it's going to become the shadow for ourselves. So then always remember, when you have the opportunity, if it is profitable for you and it is a wholesome action and it is a kind of good action for yourself and for others, don't afraid to do it. It doesn't matter what the other people say about it. Because if you really know it is a profitable action, do it. Why? Because when it becomes the headline, when it becomes the news one day, and everybody appreciate that. But in the moment, sometimes people don't like it. So in the moment, if you depending from others' opinion and if you let go that whatever the profitable things that you try to do for yourself, and then what will happen in the future? So you destroy your own development. So that's why I always remember them that whatever you keep doing, one day you're going to see the result. So look, what we experience as well today is not really the today's situation. It used to be here boiling, 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 boiling. And it not just happened within one day. It took time. It took time. But suddenly, once it go out, Sometimes it's very difficult. So the anger the same, jealousy the same, hatred the same, disappointment the same, fear the same, generosity the same, loving kindness the same, empathy the same, wisdom the same. It's not going to just happen itself. So there is a process. So you have to remember this. There are consequences within our own actions related to our own life. So once you understand that, naturally, it's kind of like you find a way to navigate your life. So itself, then larger scale, then you kind of like have a very disciplined life. It's not about, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that. No, because you know you are the one who going to get a result. And because of that, so whatever you eat, it's going to become your body one day. And whatever you keep doing, it's going to become your life one day. So then, if it is unprofitable, unnecessary, you drop it. And that is where you develop the strength yourself, and then you are the one who creating your own life. And always you have opportunity to find a new path for yourself. So then you are not depending from something, and you take the choice in the moment, even though sometimes the result not going to happen in that very moment. So then that's why you have to be patient. But still, you keep doing. And that is where this egocentric, self-centered mind become weaker. And that is where your open, generous, compassionate heart become more stronger. Otherwise, this egocentric, self-centered mind has a nature. There are three kinds of characters. Only practice point of view. There are many other things. But this egocentric, self-centered mind, one is that mind always push things towards away. Always compare, select, categorize, and push things away. Certain things push away. And another thing is, this with the self-centered, egocentric mind, another nature, it always pull things, certain things towards. So one is push things away, and another nature try to pull things towards it. And not only that, pushing away and pulling towards, and at the same time try to hold it. Certain things. Just imagine, all these three things happen at the same moment. How difficult it is. Just try with your own hand physically. Try to push things away and try to pull something and try to hold at the same time. Keep doing it for a while. You get tired. So this is what happened to our own mind when we become kind of like a self-centered. So once you recognize that whatever the self-centered, this nature of mind make you tired, difficult, so then you allow things to settle down. That settling down here means, so whatever happens, whatever come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, not the mind, so all the perception, so you have no idea to push things away. Just try to get it to your mind. Let things to be there. Anything you observe, inhalation, exhalation, whatever the sound come, disturbances come, maybe other people go here and there and talking and doing something, and don't even have idea oh, this should not happen, kind of like that. Maybe something will come, oh, maybe cat or the dog or go around you and rub you, its body. So kind of like, but just simply sit down and let it be. Learn to, I give you a technique. Learn to get everything. Don't try to push away. Try it. Anything. Like a sponge. Learn to absorb. That doesn't mean you hold it. Learn to, because there's no place kind of like we can hold, like that is what we think, but there is no place like that. So don't afraid. Let everything to come. It doesn't matter, good or bad or right or wrong, blame or, that the people say good things or the bad things or anything. Let it come and you take it without resisting even one single moment of thoughts. Can you do that? Why you can't do it? Just imagine. Why you can't do? Why you can, when somebody blames you, why you can't accept it? And just accept. Thank you. Okay. I take it. Why you can't do it? What will happen if you do that? Nothing going to happen. But there is unknown, unnecessary fear within ourselves. No, don't worry. Accept whatever comes to you. That doesn't mean you go behind and take it. No, 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 no. Whatever comes. Don't resist. Don't push away for a moment. You don't need to do it every day because you can't do it. Then your mind will go crazy in conventional level. But remember, there is an ability that in your mind, there is a way that you can tune to higher vibration yourself. You can be really like that. You can experience it. How? 5 minutes every day. You take a 5 minutes. You can practice for 1 week and see how you experience it. Just imagine every day, morning, 7 a.m. So the 7 a.m., first 5 minutes, you accept everything. Only 5 minutes. First 5 minutes. 7 to 5 minutes. You accept anything. And you keep doing. Maybe first day, nothing happens. Second day, nothing happens. And see, third day, what will happen? Fourth day, what will happen? How your mind set up for that? And even somebody call, you accept. You don't allow it to go to voicemail. You accept everything. If somebody asks to do something, you accept it. And keep doing, keep doing. 1 week. Then you will see the very first thing what will happen. The deeper the fear going to arise. Oh, what will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Like that. Your own unknown fears start to sabotage you. Don't do this. This will happen. That will happen. Kind of like that. But very first 5 minutes, you will recognize nothing happens. And then, so the fear going to slow down. Third day, nothing happened. So like that, when it comes to yourself, by the time the fear become weaker. When the fear become weaker, your mind become more clear and free within that 5 minutes. And by the time, what will happen? You are capable to accept anything. Even in that very first 5 minutes, 7 a.m., even you're going to die, you will accept. That's how your mind, you have that capability. Because the most beautiful thing that we have, human beings, in our mind, accept and adaptivity. But unknown, unnecessary fear creates some kind of barriers within ourselves. And that is where the mind bring the imagination, illusion, mirage, and they create all the drama inside our head. And that is trigger. That's the fear. That fear triggers the emotions. And once the situation happens, that is where most of time people take actions with the emotions based with the fear. That's where things go wrong. Even just imagine as a president, if somebody take action, fear-based, emotion-based environment, what will happen? The whole country put into some kind of situation. Or maybe the whole world can put into certain situation. That's why you have to remember, you have no idea. It's kind of like a black hole. So your body is like a universe. Always remember, your fear is like a black hole. So the black hole has the ability to suck everything and make it disappear. No, this kind of three-dimensional world there, no timeline, no space. So you fear the same. And remember, be very careful, because your fear sometimes trigger that black hole inside you and your mind. Get out of everything, and all whatever you know can suck by it. And even once it happened, you don't know where you are. You don't know even what's the time where you are, kind of like that's much. The fear is like that. So that's why. So always remember, this is that happens because we used to train with this pushing away things. Why we push away things? Because of the fear. That's with the anger, guys. And sometimes we try to pull things toward us because of the fear and the lust also. So don't allow, don't try to push anything. Just allow things to be there for a moment. For a moment, just allow things to be there. Just so you can practice wherever you go. If anybody don't tell you to do, though you don't do it. Kind of like, it's like you go to a place, if they don't tell you to sit, you don't sit. And you go to a friend house or the party, if they don't, invite you to eat, you don't eat. If somebody come and, offer you, then you accept. Otherwise, you don't do it. You don't touch it. So like monks, we are not allowed to ask from, especially food, like dana. When we eat, we are not allowed to ask, bring that, or bring the rice, or bring this curry, bring that one. No, we don't do that. We don't ask like that. So whatever offer, we accept. So that's kind of like allow us to train inside us. So you can practice wherever you are. Not all the time. Sometimes in your day-to-day life, as ordinary people, you can't do this everything, but there are certain things you can do. Then if something belongs to somebody, you don't touch it without any permission. It's like that. It's a basic principle. So you don't cut tree branches. You don't pick flowers. You don't take anything from trees without any permission. And if there is necessary to do that, you go and you ask the permission from the tree by, verbally, not just you think, no, verbally. You, even though that tree cannot hear like that, you verbally ask the permission because it allows you to be free in certain ways. So you don't just do it as a habit. So in that way, this pulling nature, you release. And the grasping, holding. And sometimes when people sleep, they need to hold something. They need to hold. Otherwise, they can't sleep. And the most of people, when they die, and a lot of people stay away from them. You know why? Because sometimes they hold your hand, or kind of like that. And people are afraid. If somebody holding your hand, if they die, like a ghost, they can come back behind you like that. Because I used to be with a lot of people when they die. I used to give my hand to them because no one around. Their children, husband, no wife, they don't want to give their hand when they die sometimes. So I used to give, and they hold it, the fear. And they don't want to go sometimes. So don't be like that person. Sometimes, take a time, 5 minutes. You become free from everything. You don't touch anything. You don't hold anything. Just simply keep your palms free. Keep your mouth at least, free. Don't always keep eating. Even don't think about something to eat. Nuts, cookies, candies, muffin, donuts. Don't think like that. Just give us some time to settle down this nerve system. So that way, this holding nature you release. Keep your hands free, at least while you're sleeping. So learn that. That freedom allows you to learn to settle down. So the tranquility state based with this whole mental practice, settling down. It is just not only the posture, it's entire system. And once you settle down that way, what happens? This is the thing when you keep practice like this. The very first thing, your mind start to reprogram. That is very necessary for us. Because whatever the system that keep going inside our mind, following our memory, and sometimes that system is very old and not upgraded and not updated. And sometimes the very old version of our mind keep repeating around us, and other people get so tired about it. Even yourself, you have no kind of like a newness in you. Every day repeat the same thing in the head and even verbally around. Communication, every day repeat the same thing. The old record, 10 years back, 20 years back, whatever happened, maybe one mistake, again and again, keep repeating. No. So the mind, when you start to practice meditation, what happened? The mind start to reprogram, rewrite, and it's going to get the very the very latest version of your life. So that is what in this, the very moment you experience, because you are the very latest of this human existence. So then you have to experience that. You have to perform that higher level of advanced level of lifestyle inside you. Look, the Buddha and all the enlightened masters and all the philosophers in the history, thousand years backward, they used to be in the world. So there's all the machines, technology, science, and had a they came very long journey, and they had a huge success. But look our human life. Still we, with the very old reasons, still we keep fighting with the very old things. We are not very new. Even when the situation comes, even in the family, around the family sometimes, around the husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, sometimes we fight for very old reasons. We can't find new solutions for our problems sometimes. Even the country, the same. Look at the world, very old reasons. We fight, we kill each other. Why we can't get out of that historical problems and find a new solution and give a new life for the people and especially for the children in the world? Why you can't give a very brand new life for your children? Move forward, go ahead. Why you want to keep repeating the same thing that what you went through? So that's why always remember, when you practice meditation, you start to reprogram yourself and get out of this old version. It is very necessary for you, and at the same time, that is one of the best social service. And that is one of the best generous act that you can do to your husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. Because if you become very new person, and if you follow the newness, and other people feel so comfortable around you. Another thing is, you start to more accept the situations. And then once you accept what happened naturally, this forgiving yourself and for others start to be there with you. That's why I mentioned that you learn to accept things, absorb things, let things to come. So when you practice meditation, that's what happens, because you're settling down and you allowing your inhalation, exhalations to flow itself and let it happen. And then by the time that attitude you develop to your life and with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, so whatever the perception come to you, you accept it. So that acceptance is creating kind of like a situation, not to hold it to anything. Because moment by moment, you experience something. And when you don't hold anything, there's nothing to let go even. So that's how you get out of this tangled lifestyle. And then by the time you are recognizing that you experience only the present moment with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So see, always you can see something in the present moment. The past thing you can't see. That whatever your eye have ability only to see in the present moment. Your ear doesn't have ability to hear the past. Your ears has ability only to hear whatever in the present moment. Your nose the same. Your tongue the same, whatever you used to eat, it's okay. But only that in the present moment, you have the ability to recognize it. Your body the same, sensation. So whatever happened, so in the present moment, you can experience it. Not in the past and not in the future. And once you recognize that, you are more tuned, you are more connected with the present moment with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So it's an effort that again and again, when the mind put the effort towards your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body perception, then the mind also connect with that. That is where you disconnect from that imagination. Because only the memory related to the mind has ability to think about the past or the future, not your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So then you bring the attention, whatever you see, whatever you hear, smell, taste, feel. And that itself allow you to experience the beauty of life. And if you are capable, then you can go deeper a little bit and see things as it is, rather than the things that the way you want. And then when you are capable to go a little bit more deeper, you will see how things come to be as they are. What you see there, cause and effect, causation. And once you see that, you recognize we experience things, but there is no such a permanent, independent, unchangeable, concrete. Anything exists itself. Everything arises as a result of something. Even within ourselves the same. Once you're capable to understand that deeper truth, and your mind will get out of the names and the forms we hold as things, or as people, or as situations, incidents, or as whatever we hold memory. And once the mind becomes free from memory, and once the mind get out of this, the repetition of our own conditioned mind, even though you know that things, you not hold there. Even though you see things, you not hold it. Even you experience it, you not hold it. Even the memory is there, you don't hold it. And that is why you find your freedom, rather than creating your prison. So both in your hand. It depends according to how you maintain your awareness. So awareness is kind of like the light. Just imagine you enter to a very dark room. So there is a switch to turn on the light. So if you don't turn on it, you can stay in dark. But if you turn on it, the light will come. So remember, it is not a kind of like a very sensor light, you know, when you intuit it or no, your awareness is not kind of like that. Always you have to have the intention, attention, effort to turn it on. That's where you gain the light to yourself. Otherwise, you can enjoy in the dark. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So keep the attention towards the breathing, but still whatever come to you, whatever arises in your mind, just let it be, just accept. Any sound, any sensation, any pain, any thought arise, just let it come. And just keep your attention towards only the sensation of inhalation and exhalation without making any kind of comments, putting any kind of effort to change it. Just observe it as it is. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chami sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami idam me punya kammang asavakkayavan hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.